Most people aren't lazy. They're avoiding discomfort. And I don't mean that in terms of physical pain, I mean psychological discomfort. You know, that feeling of uncertainty, the feeling of being bad at something, the feeling that comes when your current identity is challenged. We're often told that failure is about motivation, that people don't try hard enough, that they just lack discipline. But motivation isn't the real problem here. Avoidance is. When something threatens how we see ourselves, the brain looks for safety, and safety usually looks like comfort. Scrolling, planning instead of actually doing, waiting for the right time. These behaviours aren't flaws. They're just natural responses that are designed to protect you. You've got to understand the brain is wired to reduce threats, not to maximise growth. Discomfort feels like danger, and it's an evolutionary thing, designed to keep you alive thousands of years ago. And even though most discomforts aren't danger, your brain interprets it that way. That's why people avoid the gym, difficult conversations, creative work, or leaving jobs they hate. Not because they're incapable, but because acting would force them to confront a version of themselves that they've just not accepted yet. Comfort slowly becomes an agreement with staying the same. And over time, avoidance teaches the brain something subtle but damaging. The relief matters more than progress. This is why discipline isn't really about force or willpower. It's about familiarity. When discomfort becomes familiar, it stops being threatening. It calms the brain down, and when it stops feeling threatening, action becomes possible. People who appear disciplined aren't stronger. They're simply trained their nervous systems to tolerate that discomfort. They stopped negotiating with the feeling. If there's one thing to take from this, it's this. Growth doesn't require motivation. It requires letting go of the version of yourself that feels safest staying stuck. Once you notice that pattern, it becomes very hard to ignore.